So now the floor goes to the most important people in this room, to our mentors and mentees. The first couple that will present the success stories are Marek and Aleksandra. Please take the floor.
Okay. Hello everyone. It's a great pleasure to be with you, and great honor to be part of this, event. And so I would like to tell you something about me and Ola, because I must be honest with you that I met Ola before Top Minds once. After my lecture, this girl came to me and she asked me very specific and detailed question about some research that I'm doing. And I was very impressed because this was the first person in my life that asked me such a detailed question. So I was, curious, who is she? And I started searching about her on internet. And I realized that she's working in the same university as I do, so it's a Medical University of Warsaw. And then suddenly I received an email from Top Minds that she will be my mentee. So you can imagine my surprise. I was really surprised about it. So she immediately emailed me that, hello, I'm Ola, I would like to meet you immediately. Okay, so I said, this is a great information. So when we met for the first time, and I asked her, what is your plan for your future, what are you going to do, and so on, she told me about everything. She's about to go to Amsterdam for 1 year. And so I tried to, let's say, squeeze this time as efficiently as it's possible. So I asked Ola, what is your main goal for this next few months? And she wanted to prepare a good grant proposal. And I must admit that it's a very challenging thing to write a good grant in a few months. And because I was lucky, because you matched me perfectly with Ola, because we are working on the same field, and I asked, what kind of methodology do you use in your research? And it's something different that I'm doing. So she also gave me another point of view for area of my research. So I had to read a lot, and believe me, a lot. I was reading new articles, searching in PubMed, which is a place that you can find very specific information about the research, current research. And it took me a lot to get ready to propose Ola to start writing a grant. And in the meantime, I got the opportunity to be a part of the international grant. So I invite Ola to participate in this grant. We had several meetings on Skype, of course, with some international scientists. And we discussed our project with them. We had this great opportunity, and they were very positive about our idea. So right now we are about to finish our grant, and we will submit it next September. But in the meantime, we also prepared some smaller grant that we'll do here in Poland, and it's already submitted. So actually we did our job, to be honest. But also I think that we were very efficient. I think, you can admit it, Ola.
I do.
Yeah. Because also Ola told me that, okay, so what about you? Have you have any plans, what you would like to do? And I told her that, I always want to do eco course, but I've never had time to do that. So she forced me to sign for the course, and we went there together, driving a car and talking about our project, about our future. And then, of course, during this course we were doing eco, but also we had time to get together, and we also were running together, and I almost killed her, sorry for that. And then because this cooperation was so efficient, we wrote 2 papers. One of them is already submitted. Another one I hope that will finish till this summer before she will go to Amsterdam. Yeah, so it was great time to meet Ola, and I hope that it's just a beginning of our cooperation. So thank you for this opportunity.
Hello, so from my perspective, the situation was like this. So I started working in first chair in Department of Cardiology as a young doctor, and then everybody was talking about doctor or nearly professor Postua, right? And everybody, it was like a legend at the university. So of course, I was really curious, and that's why once, indeed, when Marek had a lecture, I asked him some questions. And then, of course, at the university there was this big advertisement, Docent Postua is going to be a mentor. I said, okay, that's perfect. That would be a perfect mentor for me, or not. Then, okay, indeed, I subscribed for a program, but I didn't tell him because I wanted to make him a surprise. So indeed, the cooperation was very efficient from the beginning, and indeed my main goal was to write a grant, and as Marek said, all the grants we wrote are good, but we don't know yet whether they will be granted. So please cross your fingers for it. We'll get to know about that in September. And also then the next step, so this international collaboration with actually with Canada. So Marek arranged for the first time a meeting, like a conversation between different researchers from different countries, and it was over Skype. So we had to wait at 7 p.m. in Marek office to talk to some people from Canada who were just waking up, and then we were struggling for the connection. And Marek said something, I said something, so I was very proud I could perform on such a meeting of international researchers. And then, indeed, in the end, we did this echocardiography course together, and actually, of all what happened, Marek told me there one most important thing. When we were running, Marek said, I always do what I plan to do. So when we plan to run 10 kilometers, we are going to run 10 kilometers now, so just go. And of course, indeed, it was maybe the largest challenge of this month recently. But I did it, and then I know that regardless whether it goes about running or whether it goes about finishing your scientific manuscript on time, you should always just do what you plan to do, and then hopefully all the plans will be fulfilled. So thank you again for the perfect match of me and Marek, and thank you for helping me to launch this very fruitful till now and in the future collaboration.
I think I have to also ask Marek for some mentoring, because for me it works also with the pleasures. If I promise myself that I eat all box of cookies, I'll do that for sure.